primary control of critical vehicle functions. Roger roll, Discovery.
Hello and welcome to Cutting to the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben, and as always I'm joined by Gaz.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
And this week it's a Weird News special, Weird News 6, Sanity under Siege.
Yes.
We're running out of titles.
Well, there are not many franchises that have made it to the sixth sequel. We're going to have to start dipping into James Bond titles, counting like the 12th James Bond film
Yeah.
stealing its title. And we'll get there. So what are we going to do today, Ben?
Well, we're going to read out some weird news, some of the gold we haven't used over the course of the last few months. So let's start with the first one. I'll do it. A beekeeper trained his bees to make honey with cannabis resin.
Wow.
This is from educateinspirechange.org. French beekeeper and avid cannabis user spent years researching how to bring these two important parts of his life together. The result is a natural nectar being called canna honey.
Oh, I'd have on everything.
You wouldn't be able to go to the shop to get any more, you'd be too battered.
Just be screaming out the window to his neighbours, bread!
Honey!
Bread! He's just naked and he's like Winnie the Pooh. Scooping it out of his honey pot.
No, you'd have a t-shirt on and no trousers.
That's it.
Get in the shop.
Got any more of that canna honey?
Wow, it sounds amazing.
A 39-year-old Frenchman has come to be known as Nicholas Trainer Bees. Well, that's fucking
He
original.
wasn't born with that name.
No, he's going to be known as that. He's earned the nickname over the last 20 years.
Sounds like something from Enid Blyton's story.
And he has happily adopted the name as he is proud of his association with animals and bees.
And weed.
He has spent so much time with his insect friends that he claims he can actually train them to behave as he wishes. I'm going to throw it out there that this guy might be on the spectrum somewhere. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but if the bees are your only friends...
He's made cannabis nectar, Ben.
So he's obsessive.
Yeah, but he's a legend.
I certainly would give him the label of legend.
Well, he says that I have trained
The bees are
bees...
stoned, then.
The bees stoned.
I don't know.
I think the bees... Well, I'm
They
just
need
going to
the
ask
honey.
you... We'll
They
wait
need the honey.
I've no idea.
We'll see if it says it in the article, but I'm waiting for it to tell us whether or not this honey has psychoactive THC properties or whether it's more of a CDB oil type.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
that's not as much fun.
We'll find out. What's he saying?
He says that I have trained bees to do several things, such as collect sugar from fruits instead of using flowers. He has been working with canna honey producing bees for some time now, but gives the real credit to the bees, stating that he simply uses a training technique whereby the bees collect the resin and use it in the beehive.
Ah.
It was at the request of friends and followers that Nicholas decided to train his bees this way. He had been studying bees for long enough that he knew the potential result could be a great success. For some time I had known about the health benefits of bee products, such as honey, propolis, pollen, wax and royal jelly, and also about the benefits of cannabis, he explained, toking on a joint.
And for the listener, we are looking at a marvellous photograph of 6 bees just devouring a delicious looking cannabis bud. And it's a wonderful picture.
It does look like a great bud.
That just looks like awesome, nature being awesome, and good times. It's like, that picture is like the personification of what Glastonbury wishes it was. But it's not, it's just a big commercial fucking raping of your wallet.
Yes. Like every festival, really.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So he says that everything that passes through the body of a bee is improved. So if the bee took the resin from cannabis, it would also be very beneficial. The aim arose for me to get the bees to obtain this resin, he reflects. After several years of testing, he finally began producing results he was happy with. And in 2013, he says it's terpenes? I have no idea. Anyway, it says has a delicious and pleasant taste that have the aromas of a fresh plant. Quite a floral aroma. Ooh. It's not smoked though, it's ingested and is good for the health. Yeah, it's good for your health. All right,
Nobody's mentioned yet whether or not it's psychoactive.
I think it is. Must be.
It would be lovely if it is.
Yeah.
I mean, the
It's
girls...
about the resin. It's psychoactive, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the girls often have honey on toast as breakfast, and I'd be able to join them, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Why are you so smiling this morning, Daddy? Daddy, you're dribbling.
You want to drive a van?
Vans. Yeah, it'd be better. Slower.
Certainly more careful.
Yeah, definitely. And you develop a superpower if you ever drive stone. Not that I would, ever.
No, I'm sure you
we don't
haven't.
condone that, do we, Gaz?
Hypothetically speaking, if you drive stoned, you get a superpower for spotting, like, police cars 30 miles at the distance. And your mirrors like
My weed sense is tingling.
Definitely a police car approaching. Well, I'm good for this guy. Well, what will be the test is if it's THC, if it's psychoactive, we won't be able to buy it online. But we should have a look and see if we can.
I bet it's expensive.
Yeah, you're right there.
It's out of our price range.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
Well, when it's finally legalised, I'll be having a can of honey every day.
You won't leave the flat.
Sugar, do, can of honey.
Yeah. See, in Mike's mind, that's what he's seen it as he's doing the toast and he's dancing around in the kitchen and
But the reality
there's
is
little
he'll be face
rainbows.
down in the back room. I shouldn't have had the whole part.
Shut me soul.
Yeah. The faint nature of excrement, unwashed body.
Weed-induced diarrhea.
Yeah.
That would suck. Imagine if that was a side effect. Like
You're
the
also-
only side effect.
You're also diabetic after eating all that honey.
Oh well.
Moving on.
Yeah.
I'll take this one then. Cannabis social club becomes first in UK to be backed by police.
Sensing a theme this week, Mike.
Yeah.
Have you been looking at a lot of cannabis articles by any chance?
Just arrived in my newsfeed, what can I say? A cannabis club where people can smoke freely while watching TV or playing pool has been backed by police in the UK. Users at the Teesside Cannabis Club, the first of its kind, pay an annual £35 membership to get high in peace.
Wow.
The Middlesbrough Club, set up by Michael Fisher 4 years ago, allows for guests to make use of the Class B drug without fear of getting a criminal record.
So you can go to Teesside, smoke weed, and wasn't that sex club up that way as well? You know, the one where they
With a midget.
with a midget.
Yeah.
So you could go and get high and then visit the sex club, or
Sounds fun
visit
to
the
me.
sex club and then go and
Good
get
stuff.
high. Whatever.
The club has seen its membership balloon from around 60 to 180 in the past 14 months and boasts guests including TV star Jeremy Kyle. He'll be there a lot now.
Yeah, he's got nothing else to do. He's unemployed.
Fucking hell. Couldn't happen to a nicer bloke, could
I
it?
know, yeah.
Apparently, they reckon it was just all staged. The Jeremy Kyle show, they were to get him to look and everything. This guy was like, yeah. So I turned up in like jeans and a smart jumper, and they told me to go and put some tracksuit bottoms on and a dirty t-shirt. And they made me change and all that. And you're like,
I can see that.
What a horrible show, I'm glad it's
oh,
gone.
yeah.
Yep.
Very listeners abroad who watch in the UK. Jeremy Kyle is like a down market version of Jerry Springer. You're recently getting the real low lives on to embarrass themselves. Or certainly people who are made out to be low lives, may not all be.
Well, it was the uneducated and the poor, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
It's the kind
obviously,
of
a lot of them had mental illnesses, and you could tell that.
Yeah, the kind of people that are like, well, Darren, the only way I'm going to find out if you did fucking shag Cheryl or not is if we're going to fucking Jeremy Kyle side and do a lie detector test, innit?
Yeah.
I'll fucking do it, love. If it gets off my fucking case, I'll do it, innit?
That's about it, yeah.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
And then they end up on there being exploited. Jeremy and his production company, you know, raking it in sponsorship. Ah, fuck yeah. Lovely. What a lovely state of affairs.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, you shag tail, you fucking cunt. Little do they know that lie detectors have literally no fucking...
No, because in their mind, a lie detector is the ultimate
Exactly.
thing. They wouldn't call it a lie detection machine if it didn't detect lies.
But imagine poor Darren. He didn't shag Cheryl.
Yeah.
The machine says he
It was,
did.
it was
He's
just a
on
bit warm
telly.
in there and he was sweating.
He's fucked, isn't he, poor old
Yeah.
Darren? His life's over.
He's lost the love of his life in whatever her name was. Debbie, probably. It's always
Debbie, Debs.
It's always a Debbie and a Darren, innit?
Debs, listen, I wouldn't fucking do it, Debs. I wouldn't do it to you, would I?
It's always Debbie and Darren. If I ever meet a couple and they're called Debbie and Darren, I sort of sigh inwardly and walk off.
Yeah. And Jeremy be there in his face. You're scum, aren't you?
Yeah, that's pretty much
Aren't
it.
you? You've disgraced your family, haven't you?
Well, no.
Then fucking do it, Jesse. I'll fucking swear to God.
The lie detector says you did.
You're a liar, you scum. And everyone cheers, the whole studio audience.
Yeah.
Yes, he's fucking scum.
Publicly berating some poor man or woman.
Who, like you said, definitely has mental health issues and probably shouldn't be sat in front of 200 people
Screaming for his blood,
who've got
effectively.
free tickets and a fucking orange and a bottle of water from the production company, and they're screaming for his shame.
I'm surprised no one's like, burn him!
It would be the #1 show in the Idiocracy film, wouldn't it, in the future?
Yeah.
It's insane.
It'll make a comeback at some point.
Ugh. Oh well. His next TV project, he'll be trying to show himself as like a serious journalist, and he'll be investigating did we make mistakes during the production of Jeremy Kyle's show? Let's find out. And he'll just be using yet more other people's tragedy and misery to further his own fucking public persona. Cock.
No, I think he'll just try and do something else.
He'll be a judge on the X Factor.
Yeah, maybe.
You scum! You're pathetic!
Short troop of child dancers. You're scum!
Yeah, you've brought shame on your family. Get a job, you lazy git.
I only tried to watch it once, you know, and it was just like, wow, society fallen this far.
I used to watch it fairly when I was a student, man. I used to watch it almost every day, to be honest.
Wow.
Not because it, more of like, what's that? Morbid curiosity. You know what I mean?
I can't be dealing
when
with
when people drive past a car accident and they
Yeah.
can't help but stare, that sort of thing.
I was more of a Judge Judy fan.
Ah, Judge Judy. She's an
Never watched that.
uppity little bitch, isn't she?
Judgmental, eh?
It's almost as if.
Is she an actual judge, or is she just calling
Yeah,
herself
I
one?
think she is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, haven't we got a similar thing in this country with some bloke who's a judge and he does that?
Could be.
Anyway, fuck
Yeah, I
it.
don't know. I'd fucking
Back to the cannabis
Back to the
cafe.
cannabis
That's
camp.
more fun. So where is it?
In the Durham.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Yeah, 'cause you can go for the sex club as well.
But to get in there though, Ben, I don't think we can't just drive up for a lads' weekend. Haven't we got to pretend we've got MS or something, or prove we've got
No.
MS?
No, we just pay the membership fee and
Really?
Yeah.
maybe they have to do some kind of background check on us.
Well, the club resides in the policing district of the Durham Constabulary, one of the 5 forces in this country to have stopped actively chasing cannabis users and small-scale growers.
Fair play.
So they allow it.
Well,
To Durham.
you can't buy and sell the drugs on the premises. You got to take your own. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. If you grow 1 or 2 plants, they turn a blind eye.
You could also have one really shit copper on the force who's like, fuck this, over my dead body, and one day just kicks the door in and is like,
Shoots everybody.
right, you're all guilty of possession, and I'm arresting every single one of you.
Yeah, you could have.
Because the law of the land still states. What a shit day that's going to be.
Yeah, especially if you just popped in for your first time.
Yeah. I've heard about this place. I travelled up from London. The train costs more than the weed.
Yeah.
Significantly more.
Then you sit down,
And
you
I've
roll,
got an ounce.
you roll that first joint. Next thing you know, the door's been kicked in. You've got 3 rounds in your chest. You're on the floor,
Well,
bleeding out.
hopefully this is a step in the right direction. I hope other forces take note.
Yeah. The guy who owns the cafe is starting one in North Wales soon.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's not very far from us.
No, but a bit of a trek though, when we could just come round to Mike's or stay at home.
Yeah, but
Whatever.
for history purposes, and that could make an interesting on the road podcast, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Documentary.
We go to a North Wales cannabis cafe and get
Yeah.
high as fuck.
We'll audio document our journey up there. I know North Wales well. I go there for work regular. I'll find a place. Nice drive. Boom. Obviously, I won't be high. Wouldn't do that, would I?
Well, we just get B&B.
Yeah, I wouldn't drive stoned, would I?
No, of course not.
Never.
I'm sure you've never done that.
Ever. Next story, please.
You want this one, Gaz?
Hey there. The Indian Army claims it has found yeti footprints in the Himalayan mountains.
Wow.
This is from the mirror.co.uk. Sorry. Just grabbing a beer, that's what the noises are. So, the Indian Army mountaineers say they have found mysterious footprints in the snow that they think belong to the yeti or the
Abominable?
Thank you very much, sir. Snowman. Largely regarded by the scientific community as a myth, the yeti is part of Nepalese folklore and is said to live high in the snow-capped Himalayas. In a tweet accompanied by pictures, the Indian Army said it had sighted footprints measuring 32 by 15 inches, which is 81 by 38 centimetres.
Jesus, that's a big fucking footprint.
Close to a camp near
Well, I don't call him Bigfoot for nothing.
He's a friend of the show, so you know.
Yeah.
They were seen near a camp near Mount Makalu, Nepal on April 9th. For the first time, an Indian Army mountaineering exhibition team has sighted mysterious footprints of mythical beast Yeti, it said in a tweet. Located on the border between Nepal and China, Makalu is the 5th highest mountain in the world. It stands near the Makalu Barren Valley, a remote wilderness that has also been surveyed by researchers hunting for the Yeti. Daniel C. Taylor, who has extensively explored the Makalu Barren area and written a book on the mystery of the Yeti, said the footprints were likely those of bears.
What, 15-inch across fucking footprint? I doubt it.
Big bears.
32 by 15 inches?
Big bears.
Big fucking... Jesus Christ, I'm sorry, that can't
Big Yeti-sized bears
They're
that get confused for Yetis.
Nah, it's Bigfoot, isn't it?
But surely
That's one
a
explanation.
bear walks on all four.
Thank you, stand
No,
up.
they do stand up for quite...
Do they?
Yeah.
I wouldn't, maybe not, I'm no bear expert, but I don't think walk around for significant amounts of time, but it's not uncommon for them to
Have a trot about.
have a little trot, have a little look,
Okay.
Yeah.
have a little scout. But yes, they probably would, if they're going a long distance, you'd spot all 4
Yeah.
tracks, I'm sure.
That's it. And I like the whole Bigfoot thing and the Yeti thing. I'm down with that. I think it could be... I think it's... Out of all the cryptids, it's the most likely for me.
Well, there's a good quote there. He says, "If that is the footprint of an animal, or a single animal, it's the size of a dinosaur," he said. He added that repeated measurements of the footprints were required to ascertain their origin. One needs to really confirm those measurements of the footprint size because we know for sure that there are no dinosaurs living in the Barren Valley.
Well, do they know?
Well-
They think there's a Yeti, but they haven't seen that yet.
Tales of a wild hairy beast roaming the Himalayas have captured the imagination of climbers in Nepal since the 1920s, prompting many, including Sir Edmund Hillary, to go looking for the creature.
Yes, go back to our Bigfoot episode.
Yeah.
We covered it.
Yeah, I'll just read that last bit. In 2008, Japanese climbers returning from a mountain in western Nepal said they had seen footprints which they thought belonged to the Yeti. But they didn't have proof though, did they? Or, I don't know. Scientists have found little evidence of the Yeti's existence so far.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of the ones, I think, we haven't scoured every square inch of the entire globe. It could be a relative of the Gigantopithecus.
We do occasionally find new species. We
That's
do
it.
All
a
the
lot
time.
all the time, but not many that are bigger than a weasel.
That's true.
That's true.
But these forests are very dense and these mountains are very
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
hard
wilderness.
to, what's the word? Inhabitable, unsearchable. Who knows? I'm open to that one. I'm not going to be a crazy, put my hat in the ring and say, yes, I'm a Bigfoot believer. But I'll be like, you can't really unprove it, can you? Because it could be... Till somebody can literally say, I've developed a device that has literally 3D scanned the entire surface of the globe and nothing remotely. We put it through this incredible computer system that has read all the data. There's no Yetis. Then I might go, okay. But that's never going to happen.
No.
So the possibility is there could be Yetis.
I'm going to give up my job and become a professional Bigfoot and Yeti
I thought you
hunter.
were going to say professional Bigfoot, and I was just like, well, you're pretty close.
Yeah, I'm quite hairy.
Popping down your head.
I
is that.
meant more in like how unsophisticated you are.
How do you know that
Shitting in
Bigfoots
the
don't...
woods.
How do you know that Bigfoots haven't got a sophisticated tree society?
Like fucking
Tree
Wookiees.
city society, yeah. How do you know it's the American wilderness isn't like Kashyyyk? No one's ever
Well,
gone
I
far
don't-
enough in.
I don't know that, do I? But
No. Maybe they've got tree houses and
But
a
monkeys-
society.
so there's a No.
How do you know?
They're not Ewoks.
Prove me wrong.
Oh, so if I paint myself gold and walk into the fucking Bigfoot village, I'll be like, oh god!
No, he's got torn limb from limb.
I would
He's
have
an
thought
intruder.
satellite photos may have picked this secret village up.
It's like Wakanda. It's holographic. The Bigfoots have got
Oh, fucking hell.
holographic technology.
Excuse me for a moment. Wakanda forever!
Yeah, you know the guy who plays Black Panther's getting fed up of saying that.
I heard
I'm also
that.
getting fed up of hearing you say it. It's actually ruining that whole thing for me.
I have to say it. Somebody brings up Wakanda. Oops. Wakanda forever!
Yeah, I can imagine how he's getting fed up of saying that. We'll never mention it again. Let's make a pact.
I've never seen the film, so...
Yeah.
It's still fun to do.
He'd actually watch Winter Soldier the night.
Oh, did you enjoy
Yeah.
it?
No, I think it was okay.
No.
I suppose it
And
does.
better
help
than the
if you
first
care.
one. I come to the conclusion I just don't... no matter how much I try, I just can't really get into comic book films.
Savage.
Yeah.
Moving
I'm
on.
afraid.
Well, you can-
Batman, I like Batman, I like X-Men.
Mm.
And Deadpool was good. Well, that's about as far as...
Sacrilege.
He said the Cap was boring.
Oh no.
He's just
Yeah.
got the shield, hasn't he? That's all he does every time.
But it's made out of
Yeah,
vibranium.
but it gets a bit repetitive, doesn't it?
The hardest.
The X-Men,
metal-
you got different fucking mutants, different powers all the time.
Yeah, they're still just doing the same thing. Cyclops blast the thing. What are we going to do, Cyclops? Well, I'm going to blast this thing in my eyes.
It's Cap. The whole thing is that he came from like he was a weedy nothing,
Yeah.
and then, you know, he's worthy to wield Mama.
Momo.
Molnia.
A hammer.
Molnia.
Yeah, I can't remember how to say it.
Molnia. I'll stop that. Let's
So
go back to
Yeti.
the news.
Well, I'm with the Indian Army.
They could also just be trolling everyone.
They could be, I suppose.
Like, who's in charge of the Indian Army social media account?
Good
Is
question.
it bored soldiers stuck up a mountain? Let's make
Yeah.
footprint.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be
Possibility.
a hoax. Either by the army or by somebody else trolling the army.
The Pakistani Army.
Could be.
So, hey, some Indians over there. Let's leave some massive footprints inside their tents. Can do it tonight when they're asleep.
Yeah.
Could be the Hulk.
Could be the Hulk.
Hogan, I mean.
Oh. His feet aren't that big.
They're pretty big. Pretty big
They're
feet.
not 15 inches fucking across, mate. 32 inches long.
Cock like a thermos flask, so I've been told. Anyway,
I bet you've seen his
I
porn
have
movie.
not.
I bet you have.
if I had, you know I would tell you. I
That's
don't
true.
want to see that.
Yeah.
I do not want to see that. It's like watching, I don't want to see my dad fuck. I don't want to see any of my heroes. This was my problem with, I think I posted this on Facebook at the time. I tried to watch the, one of the Marvel series on Netflix, the female ones, and Power Man's in it. And I'm like, yeah, Power Man, awesome. And then like he has like quite a fairly graphic sex scene, and I'm like, I don't want to see Power Man fuck. I just don't. Oh, it's not right.
No,
That's
no.
what porn parodies are for.
Move on.
Yeah.
No, let's talk about porn parodies. The SpongeBob SquarePants one was spectacular.
Never seen it.
Actually had a fairly decent standard of production value. Anyway, probably higher than the movie I'm going to make you watch later. Which isn't a porno for the listener, we're doing a film review. Not a porno film review either. Next news story.
Why can't we do porn film reviews?
Fuck off, that's weird.
I didn't watch past this bit because I busted me nut. I lost interest.
3 minutes in.
You only get 3 minutes. You don't want to sit there watching a porn film when you ejaculated, is the last thing you want to do?
No.
Yeah, no one ever finishes. No one
You
ever
don't
finishes.
walk in.
You don't finish it. You
No, you
don't
don't
come
go-
back.
I was
What's the
really-
rest of it?
I was really interested in this plot was developing.
I wonder how this ends. Oh, here's a guess. Well, I think this is an appropriate news story for you, isn't it, Ben?
Yeah. Professor believes... Actually, I found this, so yeah. Professor believes UFOs are humans time travelling from the future. Dr. Michael P. Masters, an anthropology professor from Montana Tech University, Montana, claims decades of UFO sightings and encounters have been mistaken and are actually distant descendants coming back to visit.
That's the theory proposed by Dan Burrish in the Area 51, isn't it?
Yes, it was. The doc has presented the bizarre theory in his new book titled Identified Flying Object, well that's not very original, which examines the long-term evolutionary change in human biology, culture and technology. A key piece of evidence that leads the professor to this theory is when most people report close encounters with aliens, they always seem to describe them in the same way. Most sightings describe the supposed aliens as standing upright, walking and have 5 fingers on each hand and foot. The so-called terrestrial beings are bilateral, symmetric, and they have 2 eyes, a mouth and a nose. Many also claim they can communicate with us in our own languages.
Yeah, but evolution sort of... Most things are bilateral, symmetric, have 2 eyes, a mouth and a nose.
Yeah, most things tend to have 2 of stuff, so if you lose one, you still got one.
And
Clever.
Yeah.
and the eye, that's just the best way nature found to overcome
Blindness.
blindness. Yeah, to see in your environment. And
Because
so
we
that's
would've
why
made
it's so successful. That it's on everything. There's nothing. There's no. It's eye or nothing. There's no in between, is there?
No.
I don't think so. That's just some prehistoric creatures. Oh, there's bats with sonar and things.
Yeah,
there are different
they
ways.
still have eyes.
They do still have eyes, yeah.
But snails, they have them. They have stuff on the
Eyes on stalks,
Yeah.
because they get the...
Ooh, his eyes are on stalks. Should have seen the size of that lettuce leaf.
They get the disco eyes, don't they? They get that bacteria.
Oh
They get
yeah,
them.
yeah. Well, anyway, they're aliens as well. Many also claim they can communicate with us in our own language or universal translator. I would say. You know.
And also, let's just say that your average human isn't that fucking creative or inventive. You know, it's not like Stephen King's of the world reporting alien abductions. It's not the Shakespeares of this world. It's
Whitney
fucking
Stryber did.
It's fucking Cletus. We have 5 fingers and walk like man, talk like man, but green skin.
Yeah, and a big head.
Come from the sky. That's why they all sound the same.
No,
You gonna get me some money for this story?
Kids, we're eating tonight. The thing is, if aliens sort of did appear, and let's say that we were casting doubt on the aspersions of Cletus,
Yeah.
so do you think that someone like that would have just shot the alien without asking questions?
Would have tried, probably, wouldn't it? Fuck is that?
Yeah,
They did the Kelly Hopkinsville encounter, didn't they?
Yeah. Guns
we'll
are straight
shot
out.
those owls.
they weren't owls.
Fucking owl.
Big fucking owls.
They weren't owls. There was not a single hoot heard that night.
They were drinking fucking moonshine then. How can you take anything they say even remotely seriously?
There was no alcohol found at the scene.
It was in them. It
There was
in
no
them all.
bottles, no containers.
Through
Just put it in the
fucking
bathtub, didn't
owls.
they?
Yeah,
They do it in the bathtub.
yeah, they were literally just dunking their mugs in the bath, going, "Do you mind, John boy? I'm trying to have a bath." "That ain't water, Sally Ann. That moonshine. I thought my pussy was tingling. Is that an alien on the roof?
That's a fucking owl.
Shoot it anyway."
I think you're being very unfair. think you're being... I think you're just dismissing it without any rational thought.
No, I've really thought about it.
All that evidence I gave you on that episode.
Testimony of drunkens.
What's that so different from us doing the podcast?
I'm not claiming to have seen aliens.
I'm not claiming anything.
I've never seen a UFO. It kind of annoys me.
Well, back to this alien man then. What's he saying?
Alien abductions and medical experimentations, in his own opinion, prove time travellers are anthropologists much like himself. The anthropologist who specialises in UFO sightings said these encounters can be explained scientifically, even if skeptics might consider this fringe science. He says, I continue to remain vigilant in my own scepticism.
Well, so what's his point?
Well, he just thinks that
Aliens are real. Oh, they're from the future.
they're us in the future coming back to have a look at us. Because obviously, they've evolved into these grey-skinned, sexless, creepy little men. So they're coming back to sort of say, hey, what did we used to be like?
Or the Nordics, the ones that stayed above ground during the cataclysm.
That's different timelines though, Mike.
If it's us coming
Could
from the
be.
future, I would give a warning to any listeners out there. If some young man who slightly resembles you has suddenly appeared in your life and is desperately trying to get you to sleep with a particular woman, he's probably your son.
Hey?
Back to the Future.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Don't let the girl he's trying to get you to fuck him, because that's his mum.
That's going to provide a whole host of inbreeding problems.
That's my point, see. So if we're coming back from the future... Look, I will admit everything I know is based on the movies. So they did say in Avengers... So you're telling me Back to the Future is just a bunch of bullshit?
Which it is.
I guess. I didn't know that. I thought that, it would create new... Anyway, let's not get into that right now.
Still predicted 9/11.
Who did?
Back to the Future.
How?
If the tower was missing.
I won't get into it now. We'll do it as an episode.
We'll save it for when we make Ben watch it.
Oof.
Yep.
Excellent.
Oof.
Well, that was a bit of a tangent. Why were we talking about that? Oh yeah, time-travelling aliens from the future are coming... That's
Yeah.
what all these... So why do they look like greys then?
Yeah, we've evolved.
That's a shit evolution. I
Yeah.
think we're better now.
Me too. We've got dicks.
And I don't care what powers they've got, exactly. I'll take my dick over the mental fucking telepathy and the being able to transport. They don't speak, do they? We transfer information that goes between their mind. Fuck that, I like my dick.
Yeah, telepathy or penis? Which one are you having?
Penis.
Penis every time.
Every time. I can stick it in things.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with that big head? I'm going to you bend over to pick something up, you're going to fall. You're fucked. And you
Could be
probably
stuck like that for days.
Yeah, exactly. You probably can't get back up. Yeah. Talk one. Help me.
And he comes in, trips over, same boat as
Yeah.
you. Before you know, there's 50 of you in there.
You're fucking useless, Talk one.
The species is dying off.
No wonder
I
they can't-
tripped over you. It's your fault.
No wonder they can't breed.
We have no penises because of people like you. Well, it'd be easy to beat in a fight if that's the case. Unless they can crush our minds with their minds before we get anywhere near them.
Well, Phil Snyder said they've got them Care Bear chest ray powers.
As soon as you even think about being violent towards them, they just poof, implode your brain and cabbage you.
Now, so what you do is you go up to them thinking friendship, 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 and then whack!
Round kick to the face.
Punch the face. You see that coming, did you?
Hug the alien, hug the alien, hug. Elbow smash.
I'd like to see people fight aliens in some kind of ring.
So in the military, that's literally what the training schools would look like. People go, love the alien, love the alien, love the alien. Shoot the cunt! Love the alien, love the alien, love the alien. Stop the cunt! Shoot. And only the very best of the best would ever be able to do it, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
To get close enough, convincing him, this human really wants to love me. Come closer, soldier.
You think the alien at that point is also a false sense of security because he's been crying out for love? Maybe he's very lonely, stuck here on Earth.
We are you, in another form. Fucking stab the cunt, stabbing God! That's what
man.
we do.
What if you're actually his forebear and you just stabbed your own great grandson?
would you cease to exist? No, just he would cease to exist.
Yeah,
If he
but
stabbed
still-
you, he might cease.
You'd be like, no, the fruit of my future loins.
Fuck him, he had a weird head. Stab. You know, grandson of mine, you fucking weird looking grey cunt. Off you fuck.
Stabby.
No, I'd hug an alien. Unless they had acid sweat or something like that.
I wouldn't hug a xenomorph from the Alien films. That's
No.
probably not
Maybe
gonna
that's
go
all
well.
they need.
But do you think that's why they're so angry?
Just a hug.
Just a gentle spooning.
That acid for blood's a bit of a...
Yeah, that's why you don't want to do any violence, just spoon.
Yeah, that's what
Nobody ever bled in a spoon. If they did, you're doing it wrong. You squeezed a little
That's
bit
one odd
too-
bastard
Yeah.
fucks an alien. You know what I mean?
A xenomorph. I'd try. If there's money involved.
Should have ripped your face off.
For the right amount.
You'd have to
I'd try.
sedate it.
Seduce it. Barry White might work. Has anyone in any of them films ever played a bit of Barry White?
No one's ever played with any music.
Exactly. I'd try that. Rose petals in the bathtub. A
Candles.
trail of rose petals leading to a candlelit bath. No one's ever tried that, have they?
Trail of intestines.
You once. No, that's not Barry White. That's I can't think of a Barry White song.
Can't get enough of love, baby. Something like that, innit?
Yeah, that's Barry White, I think.
Barry White saved your life. Yeah, you know, that's what I'd try on the xenomorph anyway.
Well, I don't think it's going to work.
Tickle it behind the ears.
It hasn't got any ears. It's just a biological killing machine.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they're not down to fuck for the right guy, for the right space marine.
Well, you let me know how that goes. If I don't hear from you, I don't know what's happened.
it's going to go just as well as fighting them's going to go, isn't it? We're both fucked, aren't we? But I just might as well try a bit of Barry White and candlelit bathlight.
I wouldn't leave your pulse rifle too far away. In all fairness.
You have to fucking secrete your semen in one of them eggs.
I could manage that. Huh? If that's what the xenomorph required.
Well, yeah,
Happy.
because they're drones and they haven't got reproductive organs.
Oh, yes, you'd have to do the Queen.
You just have to come over a egg.
Or just
Hatchlings.
fuck her in the ass. We go down
Get
to
that tail out of the way.
Brown Town. Down to Brown Town. I can't get enough.
She's about 50 feet tall, isn't she?
Pretty big. You'd have to go in a power
I'll be
lifter.
able to get my head in there. Oh yeah, I would definitely please that xenomorph.
Bit drooly, though.
Yeah, it'll be alright.
Fangy.
She won't be biting me. Just gently nibbling.
Yeah, well, let's move on to the next one, eh?
Take a break.
Yeah. So there you go. Aliens are us from the future.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say bollocks, but you never know.
It's
I
as
can't
plausible
prove
as them coming from another planet, isn't it? Or another dimension.
I don't know if it is. But anyway.
Move on.
Yeah.
Catholic priests burn Harry Potter books in Poland.
Wow.
Well, it's better than touching kids. At least they're doing something.
No, they're doing that too.
Touching and then burning their books.
There's actually been a big...
Excuse me.
There's actually been a really big scandal about paedophile priests in Poland recently.
Oh, no shit.
Shit. Well, I didn't know that, but it's just I don't need to watch the news to know that. And there's a lot of fucking churches in Poland. You probably noticed that.
Oh yeah, there's loads.
They're everywhere. Okay, so what's the story, Mike?
Catholic priests in Poland burn books they say are sacrilegious this weekend, including tomes from British author J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series of fantasy novels. "We obey the word," priests said in a Facebook post, showing photographs of the public book burning and quoting biblical passages from the book of Deuteronomy in the Old Testament.
I don't see what knowing that the bird is the word has got to do with any of this.
Everybody knows.
Surfing bird. Anyway,
One passage exhorting believers to destroy the enemies of God includes the command to burn their idols in the fire. The post on a page run by the Catholic SMS from Heaven evangelical group stirred controversy and has gone viral. Photographs show 3 priests carrying a basket of books and other items, including an African-style face mask, through a church to an outside fire pit.
Well, hang on, it's even Twilight, Hello Kitty umbrellas, a Hindu religious figurine. Wow.
Having a clear out.
Apparently those items are linked to the occult and magic. Well, I suppose Harry Potter's linked to magic. Can't argue with the logic there.
But the laugh, I'm sure J.K. Rowling is loving it because you've already bought the book, you prick.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it?
She will benefit and buy all the copies in Poland, burn them all. She still bought them.
Yeah.
She still gets exactly the same benefit. Well,
And a bit of free publicity.
there you go.
Absolutely.
Because then you'll get the opposition. They'll be like, "Fuck you, Harry Potter's okay. We want Harry. We want Harry."
Wasn't there some quote like when the people run out of books to burn, they'll start burning men? I think it was about the Nazis. They were big book burners, weren't they?
Well, I bring this up whenever we mention book burning, but one of my favourite Iron Maiden songs, Holy Smoke, it's about setting these kinds of priests who burn books, set them on fire.
They like fire.
Create holy smoke. Great song. Look it up. Not you, I know you know it.
I do.
I'm talking to them. Them out there.
They probably do too, to be
The
fair.
proverbial them.
Yeah, so there you go. Not enough that they want to touch kids, they also want to burn their books. It's like a double insult, isn't it?
Terrible.
Okay, next
Evil
up.
people.
This one's for you, Tim.
Wow.
I knew you'd like it.
This is horrific. New theme park attraction based on Princess Diana's fatal crash. Wow. That's one ride.
I knew you'd like it.
It's one ride that I do not want to go on. A theme park ride which allows people to experience the crash which killed Diana, Princess of Wales, is set to open and charge people £20 a time to take part. People will be able to vote on whether they think the royal family was involved in the collision at the end of the ride. Well, it sounds like a perfect day out for us, guys. The attraction is part of a new park celebrating US magazine, The National Enquirer, and opens tomorrow in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, reports The Mirror. Creator Robin Turner said, "It's a 3D computer model, and you're looking down on what looks just like Paris, but it's three-dimensional." Because Paris isn't.
No, it isn't. Can you
fucking
know?
hell.
Paris is just one-dimensional.
Oh, it's because I'm not doing the correct accent. It's projected, and you see the buildings and everything in a 3D presentation. And
Can you fire a gun into the air now?
And it shows the pathway as she left. I can't keep that up. She showed the pathway as it left the Ritz Hotel and the paparazzi chasing her and the bang flash that we think blinded the driver and how it happened. Turner told website Daily Beast, quote, "There's no blood. There's none of that. You see the car crash through computer animation. The attraction will lead people through conspiracy theories surrounding the crash." Turner said, quote, "You will be polled on what you believe was the cause of her death and who was behind it. We ask questions like, do you think the royals were involved? Do you think she was pregnant? All we do is ask questions on what's your opinion." Turner added, "It's definitely not in poor taste.
No.
It's just showing the route of what happened. For the people who've never been to Paris, it's just showing the topography and the distance and the tunnel and that kind of stuff. It's done very professionally."
Quite like this. It's like a underhand public inquest.
Yeah, I suppose it is in a way.
It costs 20 quid a pop.
Yeah.
Rick Laney, head of the communications for the park, confirmed to the Mirror that the attraction existed, although he said it was a, quote, "small part of the Royal Closet attraction." He said it features an interactive screen where you can flip through the closets of royal family members and an activity where you can examine their family trees. The Diana piece is only a small part. Well, I'll just read this next bit. The Princess 36 was killed by the royal family, probably because... Oh no, sorry, I'm editorialising.
Yes, you are.
The People's Princess, Ben!
Just a drunk driver.
The Flash. How do you explain the dead witnesses?
People die all the
The
time.
embalming of the body. So much dodgy shit, man.
Well, they wanted to view her, they had to embalm her, that's the problem.
Killed the bitch.
Yeah.
They killed her. I know Mike's got my back on this one.
Definitely.
I think you two are just blinded by a bit of a crush on her.
I think you're deeply naive, Ben.
I think I'm deeply
Oh,
naive.
yeah. I'm not being distracted by her fantastic rap
Yes, you are.
and her wonderful
Yes, you are.
way
You
of
both
talking.
are.
No, we're not.
You both are.
She was attractive, but that's
You're
not
both
why
just-
I think the royal family are dirty dogs, Ben. I know the dirty dogs. That's why you're being naive. The dirty dogs. And
I
you
know
think
they're
they wouldn't-
dirty dogs. I just think if you're going to kill someone, there's simpler ways to fucking do
It's a
it.
proven method. It's even got a name that I can't think
Yeah.
of now. The fucking MI5 stands by cutting the brakes, but in this modern day and age, you don't have to cut the brakes. You just fucking computer overtake the fucking car and steer it into a tree.
Nah, I'm sorry. It just doesn't add up for me. There's too many. I think people have made it. People couldn't cope with the grief of her dying.
If there was fucking aliens involved, you'd be like, yeah, aliens, cool.
There wasn't.
Princess Diana.
Yeah, they could have been working for the royal family. We don't know. I'll go for that theory.
Either way, fuck this ride. It sounds shit. It sounds just like
I think
a
we should.
scream.
I think if we ever find ourselves in America, we should go and visit.
Well, it makes it sound as if I would have been up for it if you actually got in a Mercedes.
I was thinking that. Am I
Drunk
sat in a
French
Mercedes?
man gets in the front.
No, he's an actor. He's an actor, like on the ride. It's on a track that you can't see under the road. They've literally reconstructed a section of Paris. You get in the black life-size Merc, and it does 120 mile an hour.
And it crashes.
And even though it simulates a crash, makes you think you're about to die. You're like, oh my god! And you wake up and you're okay. You're like, oh fuck, that was incredible. And then
The driver's got prosthetics and his eyes pop out. He's like,
there's
head split
paparazzi.
open.
The Princess
Or
Diana
taking
looking like
pictures
next
of
to you's got a fucking engine block rammed through her
Yeah.
chest. Is that what we're talking?
And a Muslim dead baby in her belly. Sorry. It was probably true. Anyway, I just think it potentially, they've dropped the ball here. Could have been better than that. It sounds like a fucking museum exhibit where they're going to show you...
Like I
fucking-
said, they're looking at evidence. It's like an inquest.
Yeah.
That they've gone, how can we get the public interested in
It's
Dana's
video
death
screen.
again? We want to get the public opinion on our side.
I bet this will be in the Daily Mail. This is actually from Devon Live, but I'll guarantee you the Daily Mail will pick this up at some point. In outrage.
People's Princess Ben. Show some respect.
Wasn't
They
even
killed her.
wasn't even a princess
They killed her. She was.
at this point.
How dare you? How actually dare you?
Sacrilegious.
All those fucking
Just you
kids
two
she
run off and
saved.
join your court of Diana.
All the kids she saved with that rack. I mean, with the getting rid of the inner rack. I mean,
Yeah, you just.
it's not because she was pretty. It just
It
helps.
is. Both of you is exactly that.
That's
reason.
why I watched.
It was a personality as well.
It comes
Yeah,
to some. It comes to
definitely.
something when I'm the only sane man in the fucking room here.
You're not. The reason when we did that subject, I watched quite so many documentaries as I did, is to do with finding her utterly charming and not realising just how lovely she was. But that's not why I believe they killed her. So there you go.
And you like the fact you had a massive rack, a nice rack.
She was a finely put together human being, yes. And she was also lovely.
Okay.
Lovely.
So move on.
Yeah, we're only going to go around in circles with this.
I'm going to get a Princess Diana tattoo.
Okay, you know what? You get a Princess Diana tattoo and I'll put up half the money.
Alright.
But I want it as an entire back piece.
No, just a little quality.
No,
Something
back
respectful.
piece, people's
Oh,
princess on
like
it.
my missus is going to be really pleased with that, isn't she?
And just think, when
get
you're 50
Diana's
years old,
tits on my back.
when you're 50 years old, to be a head, be a portrait of her.
Or a cleavage.
And when you're 50 years old, you're in the park with your shirt off and your beer belly, and everyone will see
Alright then.
your Princess Diana tattoo.
How about if I get a tattoo of the crashed Mercedes?
That's a bit morbid, isn't it?
Well, it's still a Princess Diana tattoo.
I suppose it is.
Technically
Why don't you just have a leaning at the window? Little X's for
Because
eyes.
that
you
is
know that
not
way?
factually accurate, is it? And you know, as a broadcast journalist, professional broadcast journalist, I am only interested in truth and facts.
We went through this the other week.
Yes, it's the truth. So,
Yeah.
should we do another story?
I'll stand by that claim. You get a Princess Diana tattoo, and I will put up half the money.
Right.
But I want it to be a reasonable size. I will come with you to the... I'll get my mate Chris to do it.
It's going to be a massive Mercedes on my back, isn't it?
No, it's going to be a portrait of her head.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that, but I could do something else. I could... Like, Diana's body, but a head missing, and who killed the people's princess above it.
No.
Yeah?
No, that's a bit
Something like
tasteless.
that.
It's not really
not.
tasteful. Nice portrait of her.
It shows my commitment to broadcast journalism, though, doesn't it?
I guess so.
To the truth, my commitment to the truth.
But how's anyone going to know it's Diana? She's got no head.
She wore very iconic clothing, so I'll pick one of the most iconic... Her wedding dress.
So you're going to have a picture of a tattoo of a decapitated bride?
Yeah. That's fucking metal. And when I'm taking the kids swimming, the lifeguard's like, "What's that on your back?" I'm like, "Who killed her, mate? You don't know. Look into it. YouTube.
Get woke!
Get woke. Stop fucking wasting your fucking time, you hipster prick, on the flat fucking earth because it's not. It's round. And look into who killed your fucking princess."
Yeah, but he's 20 and has no remembrance of her at all.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Could you please leave the pool?
Your decapitated bride tattoo was scarier than children.
Your tattoo is setting off my autism. I'm on the scale. Fuck it. I hate that imaginary lifeguard. So very much.
Sounds it.
Can we pause it there while I have a hateful piss?
Piss of the hate.
Yeah.
Alright, so the next one then. Antarctic researcher allegedly stabbed colleague who spoiled book endings.
Wow.
So sometimes when someone spoils a book for you, all you want to do is grab a big knife, pounce on them and stab them in their spoiled little chest while shrieking, "I don't care if the whale was a symbol of nature and of time, I don't want to know what the Ahab drowns." For most of us, this will be nothing but a fantasy. However, if you spend enough time locked away with your consistently spoiling nemesis in an icy hell world, well, it may just become a reality. That's what seemingly happened when, on October 9th, a 54-year-old electrical engineer named Sergei Savitsky allegedly stabbed Oleg Beloguzov, a 52-year-old welder, in the chest multiple times. Both are working out of Bellingshausen Station, a remote station on an Antarctic island. Savitsky was reportedly drunk out of his mind at the time.
Well, that's a surprise.
Beloguzov, whose heart was injured in the stabbing, was rushed to the hospital in Chile, whereas Savitsky, who voluntarily surrendered, was housed in a scary church for 10 days until he was finally flown back to Russia. According to several media reports, the final straw for why Savitsky stabbed Beloguzov several times was that he suggested he dance on a table. Yeah, I think there might be more going on here. I think this might be a lover's tiff. But relations between the two have been tense for some time. One of the causes for that tension, it seems, the welder wouldn't stop spoiling the ending of books for Savitsky. According to the UK's Sun newspaper, both Savitsky and Beloguzov are avid readers and use the written word to pass time on the bottom of the world. The two researchers are spending time at the Bellingshausen station but half a year before Savitsky allegedly went all stabby. It has been previously reported the whole plunging a knife into his colleague's chest was something that almost certainly extended from the fact they spent so much extensive time together. It wasn't their first time to Bellingshausen, or their first time stationed together.
Well, there's just one person for company. What it was that philosopher that said hell is a lifetime with your friends, isn't it, or something?
Descartes.
He quotes it in Red Dwarf, but I can't. Hell is being locked forever in a room with your friends.
That's it.
Yeah, but Holly, all his mates were French.
It's Descartes, I think.
Somebody French. Oh, shot.
So you might have had a point.
Yeah, well, Bellingshausen station gets 24 days of sunlight a year. It's only it's 1.6 degrees during its warmest month.
Whoa.
Wow. So basically, if you are stuck in a remote Atlantic island,
don't psychologically fuck with you.
Don't don't ask him to dance on a table.
Yeah.
And
It's
don't
a
spoil.
conscious thing to do, isn't it?
It is.
He's
massively.
drunk. He's got to drink and read. That's all they can do. You know.
Not much else.
No. And stab. That's pretty much it.
Wow. Well,
You'd only give him a DVD player, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't want to be out there anyway in such a hellish environment. Let
No.
alone being stuck with someone who's clearly an absolute fucking cunt waffle.
Yeah.
That's a problem, isn't it? You are stuck with somebody that you hate.
Oh yeah. Even if you're stuck with your mates, so you'd still get fucking fed up
Oh
on it.
yeah, it's true. But how well?
I mean, let's say us three were down there. The lager runs out.
Oh,
The weed runs out.
I'm killing them.
All we've got to do, I mean, weed's the only thing that stops Mike killing.
We know this.
I mean, I'd probably kill you all.
It wouldn't last long.
Nope.
Oh well. What's next in the happiness of the weirdness of the news?
Woman of 102 suspected of care home murder in France.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
A 102-year-old woman is suspected of having murdered a 92-year-old neighbour in a French retirement home. The suspected killer is now in a psychiatric hospital. Earlier, she told one of the carers that she had killed someone, a prosecutor said. A carer at a home in Seige, northern France, found the victim dead in bed, her face severely bruised. The cause of death was strangulation and blows to the head. A post-mortem examination concluded.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dark.
It is.
The death was discovered just after midnight on Saturday by a carer who found the victim lying in bed unconscious. The 102-year-old was in a very agitated state, confused, and told the carer that she'd killed somebody. Psychiatric tests are being done on the suspect to determine whether or not she was criminally responsible for her actions at the time.
I'll tell you what's happened to you. I'll tell you exactly what's happened to you. She was in the resistance in World War II. She's got a bit of senility creeping in, bit of dementia. She's had some kind of flashback.
Okay.
Thought that person in the bed was the Nazi officer she'd fucked and then killed.
Yeah.
Right, as part of some kind of plan to get information out of him. He just had a flashback and just bludgeoned this poor woman's head in.
It's certainly plausible.
I mean, at her age, is she capable of bludgeoning?
Well, apparently so.
Is it just that, I don't know, she's senile and the poor woman in the bed breathed wrong?
That's also...
She's breathing too loud. Fucking shut up! Ah! Oh, fuck.
I prefer my theory.
Okay, yeah, but it also could be aliens.
No, it could be. Aliens could be in her head.
Yes.
Told her what to do.
Demons in her head. Bless her.
I don't blame everything for aliens, you know.
Well, you know what the answer here is, don't you? The 102-year-old. Spaff her around the back of the head with a spade.
He's put her into misery.
Yep. Not going to kill anybody else then, is she?
Well, it's unlikely she's going to go to jail at 102, though, isn't
That's
it?
what I'm saying, don't waste anyone's time, just puff, put her out of her misery. I'm joking.
I think her family might have something to say about that.
Yeah, she probably outlived them all.
Oh, yeah.
Well, don't go to old people's homes. Live a reckless, outrageous, irresponsible life that means that ill health catches up with you in your sort of late 50s, early 60s, and you drop dead in a Tesco somewhere on a Tuesday afternoon and never have to deal with this shit.
I don't want that. I don't want either of them.
Well, alright, maybe about 75 I'll go for. Depends how ill I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well, better keep pouring these fucking beers down me neck, man, and smoking them big old joints so I don't have to think about that shit until it gets
You'll have
here,
dementia
see?
by the time you're 40.
I'm already there.
We may be uploaded into a cybernetic cyborg thing.
I'll be able to download myself. Let's say I have like a great grandchild. They might be able to look up my conscious and download that into a thing that they bought.
Why would they want to bring you back?
To fucking check me out because I'm an awesome fucking guy. Because I'll be able to see all the cool stuff online I've done.
Well, they're going to find that anyway.
Fuck you. They'd want to bring me back.
They don't even know you, they never met you.
They'd want to from all the awesome stuff they'd hear about me.
No one, everyone who knew you is dead.
In the future.
Exactly.
You're not getting my point. So they're sitting there. I wonder
Are you famous at this point?
Probably.
Right.
I wonder what great granddad was like. Well, it's easy enough. We just go to the personality library. We've got an empty fucking cyborg body. We just download him in. We'll hang out for him for a couple of days. If he's a dick, we'll switch him off, delete him, download somebody else.
Oh, and you finally get to be a fucking robot, is that it?
I finally get to come back and entertain the kids with all my fucking stories, you know. I'll tell them the time about the time I went to a Taiwanese massage parlour in the middle of Milan. That's an interesting story. I'll definitely keep them listening for 10 minutes.
Grandad used to get jacked off in a Taiwanese massage parlour in Milan.
After doing cocaine for 4 days straight. Yeah. Pretty interesting story.
Grandad was a whoremonger.
Grandad, despite being an absolute nobody with very little money, tried his absolute best to live like one of those rock star people. And it came back to bite him time and time again, but still he tried. Still he tried. Yeah, I'll tell him some old war stories, it'll be fine. You know, who's going to want to bring you back?
Loads of people.
To study you for science. This is where the right rose again. This is where the resurgence of fascism came from.
Oh, not me.
Patient zero.
Me?
Ben. Yeah.
I think there's people who are a lot worse than me.
I don't know. Well, I think we should conclude this episode. We've insulted each other. And everything's right with the world.
Ah, so is that the last one?
You can do one more if you want.
Okay. Oh, nice. Go on then, guys. This is you.
Wow. You can soon get a train from Wigan to North Korea. Why would you want to? What
Why
are you
not?
doing next summer? North Korea is a unique, fascinating place, effectively shut off from the rest of the world by the supreme leader Kim Jong-un. What life is really like there remains a mystery, with any glimpses given to the West being tightly controlled propaganda. Before the game, some of them will come up and they will want a selfie. After the game,
I think that's something else, mate.
what the hell's that?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's now talking about Manchester United. Well, that was a good way to confuse me.
I think there should be a video there.
Right.
We're on read of you.
Maybe the only way to truly understand North Korea would be to visit it yourself, but that's no easy feat, as the country is notoriously hard to get into. Next year, however, you will be able to jump on a train in Wigan and end up in Pyongyang.
Wow.
In 2020, for the first time ever, trains will run from Greater Manchester to the North Korean capital. The only catch? The journey takes a month.
Ooh.
Train leaves Wigan on April 26th and arrives in Pyongyang, by sleeper from Beijing on May 18th. And on the way it stops at London, Berlin, Warsaw, Moscow and some other places.
Irkutsk
Mm-hmm.
and Ulaanbaatar.
Why, thank you. The trip is operated by Lupine Travel and costs £3,195. That includes tour guides and your meals during your 4 nights in North Korea, but does not cover any of the multiple visas you will need to travel. Well, it's a fucking stupid idea, isn't it? Because A, you're going to go to Wigan to get on it. Who the fuck wants to go to Wigan for anything?
Yeah.
And spend a month eating shit and sleeping badly to go and visit a fucking weird dictatorship fucking hellhole
And to be fair, it's
You
not
mean-
cheap.
for nearly $4,000. Fuck off!
You mean you don't want to go and see the that glorious socialist utopia?
Fuck off!
Communist utopia, even.
That's
wanna-
North.
I don't want to see.
Oh, it is going to.
anything.
I thought it was South Korea. It's North Korea. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Well, give it away, Mike. The mentions of Kim Jong-un and the
Yeah.
fact he said North Korea repeatedly
That's
in
how
the article.
stoned I am.
Well, I think that's a good point to say.
Yeah.
Fuck you to the news. Should we ask people to go to our Facebook?
Yes, like that if you wouldn't mind. Give us a like.
Just look for Cutting Through the Bullet and the Post-Truth Apocalypse on Facebook. You'll find it. We are the meme dealers you need. What else? What else do we plug?
We're on YouTube,
Oh, yes.
iTunes, SoundCloud, anywhere you can get a podcast.
There you
Twitter is at Apocalypse Bull.
Woo!
Is that it?
I think
That's
so.
all we plug usually?
Oh, check out our YouTube. We've got a band called Solar Warden. Look for Solar Warden Music on YouTube and my gaming channel, Sewage Pipe Gaming. Subscribe to those. That's it. Thank you.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
I've been Ben. I'm going to say don't drink the Flavour Aid and don't join a cult.
I'm going to say I'm Gaz. Free Biff Tannen.
I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out. May the force be with you.
Aww.
Another positive note.